God gave Louisiana crawfish. It fits our culture, and when people learn how to eat crawfish, they just want more of it. Typically, if you wanted to eat boiled crawfish, you came to Louisiana. Now that market is just spreading all over the country, and so many people want to eat it, but it takes bait. Everything, all these crabs, all these crawfish, recreational fishermen, cat fishermen, everyone needs bait. We had people that would just call and say, I'll buy everything in your freezer. Well, you can't do that. Our obligation is the crawfish farmers, the crab people in the state. Our obligation is to the restaurants and the people of this state. The bait story started in 2007 when the last bait company in Louisiana closed. ABC Bait Company in Amelia closed.
Since the early 2000s, the Louisiana seafood industry has relied heavily on getting its bait fish from the East Coast.
In 2011, I presented to Wildlife Fisheries that there was a shortage of bait. There were no bait companies here.
In the early 2010s, though, Daniel Edgar was able to start his own Louisiana bait company.
From that time, Louisiana Bait Products, we have managed to keep Louisiana from running out of bait.
But in recent years, a number of different factors have played a role into a pretty major bait shortage.
Globalization, the expansion of the crawfish industry, also the fact that a lot of the fish that we used to use for bait is now food fish.
The bait shortage is a perfect example of global supply and demand economics. And while that's certainly the case, those impacts are definitely being felt here locally.
One of my good friends, he sells bait, so he's been talking about it, worried about it, and just everybody's kind of just doing what they can.
As the supply of bait dwindles, the prices are forced to go up. Something Ross Thibodeau, a crawfish farmer, says he's already noticed.
It's up 20 to 30 cents a pound.
A price jump like that can have a major impact on the bottom line, costing a farmer like Ross an extra 40 to 60 cents per acre almost every day. And as the demand for bait increases, those problems are only going to get worse.
Really, the worrisome thing is the talking like they're gonna run short. I mean, especially when, the crawfish season's it's still in the beginning. Once it really gets going and every acre's fished every day.
Ross said that they can switch to artificial bait once it warms up, but artificial bait doesn't produce the same kind of catch that regular bait will. So for now, they're getting by, but as crawfish season ramps up, the prices may as well, giving Acadiana its own lesson in supply and demand economics. In Crowley, I'm Daniel Phillips, KATC TV3.